Hello everyone, myself Professor Vikash Kataria, working as an assistant professor in Patel Group of Institution. Today I am going to discuss the subject operating system. Subject code is 3630003 and university is Gujarat Technological University. This is my first lecture based on two topics: basics of operating system and the objectives of operating system. Right. So let us start with the first is basics of operating system. We can define operating system in various way. First is operating system is considered the backbone of computer, right? It is very clear that backbone of a computer, that means it is very essential part of the computer. As we have the backbone, the all body structure is based on the backbone. If there is no backbone, we can't imagine our body structure. In the same way, operating system is considered as a backbone of computer. Second, it manages both software and hardware resources. It can manage all the application software. It can also manage all the hardware resources. Right. Software, I am talking about the application software which designed for a specific purpose. And hardware resources, it can contain so many input devices and output devices. So both managed by the operating system. That is why it manages both system software, application software and hardware resources. Third point is operating system are responsible for everything from the control and allocation of memory to recognizing input. It also control that how to recognize the input from the keyboard. It also examine that if there is external device are connected with the computer system, then how the input or output will transport to the computer display. So it can manage both input devices and output devices. Fourth definition we can write here: it's create interface between users and hardware. It is very clear here, if user wants to use any hardware devices, there must be interface in between user and that particular hardware device. So operating system creates interface between user and hardware. Fifth definition, it is a system software. System software, that is very important software. All the application software is based on the system software. So system software governs all the application software. If system software is not there, we can't imagine any application software that it can be run in proper way. So there must be a single system software and we can have many application software worked over system software. So it is a system software category that manages the computer hardware. It is a set of program that manage the resources of computer system and provide the environment where users can execute their own programs. Okay, so operating system creates the interface. It creates the environment by which user can execute their own task, their own program. Sixth definition, the major aim of the operating system is to use the computer system or resources more efficiently. Okay, operating system also work as a resource manager. It keeps track all the resources, enforcing the policy that determines who get the resource, what kind of resources taken by the processes, when the resource is taken by the process, and how much resources opt by the process. It enforces all the policies about the resources. It also allocates the resources. The allocation of the resources to the process is also managed by the operating system. It also reclaims the resources. That means after execution of process, processes must release all the resources which it obtained. So all processes must release all the resources after the end of the execution. So we have taken as an example of operating system is which is very mostly popular nowadays: Windows, Linux, Mac and DOS. So these are various definition of operating system. We can define in another ways of operating system. Operating system, the major objectives of operating system are: first, convenience; second, efficiency; third, ability to evolve. Convenience is very clear: provide a high level of abstraction of physical resources. That means we just know how to use the hard disk. The mechanisms of hard disk we don't know about it. Let them take care of the operating system, how the internal mechanisms work with the hard disk. We just use the keyboard, but the internal mechanisms user doesn't know. That will take care by the operating system. That is why I write here, it provide the high level of abstraction of physical resources. User just know the functionality of the physical resources, it doesn't know about the mechanisms of devices. So it provide a high level of abstraction of physical resources, that is very convenience for the user. Second, enable the construction of more complex software system. It allow the user to use their own expertise, a new construction of existing software system, right? It enable portable code. There are so many port which enabled by the operating system, we can use that port for any services. So enable portable code also available there. Second is efficiency. It provide efficient and effective user interface. An operating system controls how processes may access resources. Operating system also tell how use the shared limited resource. Operating system also tells that how expensive physical resource can be used by the process. It also optimize the performance, getting the optimal result, best performance, best throughput, that is called the optimized performance, and also provide the protection. So many protections provided by the operating system. Login password is not there. Okay, you cannot enter in the wrong user ID and password. It will restrict to you. You are not authorized user. Third one is ability to evolve. That means operating system also permit user to make extra development, extra testing and introduction of a new system function without interfering with their services, right? So there are so many operating systems which are freely available onto the name. Have you listened the name Linux, right? That is free open source software. All the code of Linux kernel is available onto the internet. User can download, user are free to download the kernel of Linux, customize it. If he or she want to add on some facilities, some accessories, he or she can add. If they have, if person have the expertise to make different functioning, he or she can design the different functionality for different module and can add into the kernel. So customization is also possible in operating system and kernel. Ability to evolve is again a very important objective. There are three basic objectives of operating system. First, we talked about convenience. Second, we talked about efficiency. Third is ability to evolve. In the next lecture, we will talk about some different topics with respect